Ingrid drops next week in Street Fighter 6, and they have finally released the character guide. So let's go ahead and watch the video and see if we can learn anything about how to play this interdimensional god. So let's check it out here. Seems like first off, you're going to have your hyper pop music playing. Okay. So you're going to do the instant jump dive kick, maybe a little shimmy action, built-in shimmy special move. Low crush on that one. Absorb the projectile. Anti-projectile, anti-super projectile into a whole sequence here. Okay. All right. Taking notes. I'm taking notes here. Or maybe I opened the wrong video. Okay, we do have the actual character guide, but apparently you can do some kind of taunt activation to summon Monoid. A lot of people are getting a little irate with me saying Monoid. But let's get into the real character guide here, see what this character is actually going to be playing like. We had some assumptions based on the original gameplay trailer, but now we're going to get the detailed breakdown. Okay, we're going to have to do a lot of pausing and reading, so just bear with me. Ingrid is a versatile character with a variety of projectiles and movement techniques at her disposal. By expending Sun Crests, she can unleash the full power of the sun to subjugate her opponents. Yeah, she's like a stock character. Ingrid uses projectiles to keep her enemies at bay while she stocks up on the Sun Crest. Once she's had her fill, she can expend them to deal more damage. The more stocks she uses, the greater the effect will be. Yeah, so that's her leveling up the Sun Crest there. She can use a special move to level them up. Despite excelling at range attacks, Ingrid also has some simple yet effective combos up her sleeve. With some stocked Sun Crests on hand, unleash her explosive might at any distance. Okay, let's see the up-close combos. So yeah, she has a lot of target combos. I think that's the medium heavy punch target combo. That's some kind of medium punch, medium kick target combo. How does she end this? Into the light DP move. Maybe that was medium. Now she's leveling up. Now she goes into the laser, into the DP finisher. Because she got the extended juggle here, right? So this laser normally will not cause this knockdown effect to get the juggle. Sun shot. Shoot a ball of light in front of you that briefly stops before launching towards your opponent. Useful in combos and for checking your opponents from a distance. Yeah, so this is the one that has, this is her regular projectile that has that stopping before sending out trajectory. Oh ho ho, you wish to know more about me. Let me indulge you. First up, we have the Sun Shot. I can choose to fire this projectile from different points and change its trajectory. Yeah, so there's a hold version. Yeah, so she can go up and add a diagonal down or up and horizontally across. However, if you hold the button just a bit longer, see, just like that, I was able to change the speed and angle of my projectile, confuse your foes, and make them regret taking their eyes off the beautiful visage with a parry. So this one, she's holding it. So that went straight across. A little bit faster. Okay. Oh, see? So the hold version of the up fireball, the regular version comes down diagonally, so they might be incentivized to parry it. But the hold version shoots across horizontally, which can be used as like JP ghost feints, for example, to just whiff entirely the opponent and bait out the parry, and you can maybe go for a punish counter throw or play that game of parry into dry rush chicken. Yeah, projectile parry bait like JP. Overdrive, you Terrans use some rather odd words. They're just more powerful variations of ordinary moves. An Overdrive Sunshot, for example, hits more times and with even more force. Leave them no quarter. Darius? So the OD version knocks down. Did the regular version knock down? No, the regular version did not knock down. Yeah, so the OD version does cause a knockdown. And it's pretty fast, decently fast. Up. Not quite full screen with the diagonal one. Ooh, what's going on here? Shall I throw you a bone by letting you in on a little secret? You can fire overdrive shots even when regular shots still linger. Swap between them to rain fire on your opponents. Yeah, this is the unique property they talked about. The fact that you can continue the barrage by using OD when the regular's on screen. So that's regular OD, regular OD. Okay, she can get annoying with the zoning. She can get annoying with the zoning. Sun Flare, this is going to be her laser beam, right? Shoot a beam of light in front of you. Using the light version of this attack, stocks a Sun Crest. Yeah, so the light version isn't an attack. She just levels up her stock, essentially. Unleash a medium sun flare. Unleashing a medium sun flare is a great way to stop your foe's advance from mid-range, but using it with the Sun Crest stocked is where it really shines. So let's see the difference. So this is going to be, I believe it's a medium one without any Sun Crests. Now she's going to use the light version to build a Sun Crest, and there you can see the actual meteor. We finally get to see this meteor. They didn't show this in the gameplay trailer originally. So she has two. She went for two of them. And then you see she spent both of them on this. So the way they worded it before, it seemed like they implied that you can choose how many of the Sun Crests that you expend, but it might just use all of them on the next attack. I'm not sure. But here they used medium, I believe, and it used 2 stocks. Big full screen laser beam knockdown. With the light version, you can stock up to 4 Sun Crests. Hold the button to gain stock more quickly. Then look for an opening and razzle-dazzle your foes with a posed. Yeah, so you can hold to extend. Yeah, there's level 4. Unleash a heavy sun flare once you have Sun Crest stocked. Up to 2 stocks can be used at once. The amount of affects the number of hits, range, and follow-up potential attacks. So that's the heavy. Yeah, so the heavy will use, I think it automatically uses up to 2. So if you have 1 or 2, it'll automatically consume all your crests. And that one causes the knockdown into the teleport kick move. Overdrive. This one right here is my secret weapon. Like the heavy version, it automatically uses Sun Crest. So this is the overdrive version without Sun Crest. So that seems like a pretty good full screen laser, even without any Sun Crest built. Just use OD meter for that. But how does it work with it? Okay, 2 bars, a bagoosh, huge knockback. Probably can teleport in there for combos. As long as you have 2 Sun Crest stocked, you'll see its full destructive force. Bam! Let's see the combo one more time. OD, fast as fuck laser, by the way. Hold on. How fast is this? This seems extremely fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23? Like 23 frames? I don't know if it's hit scan or travel time, but that's pretty fast. Teleport into the DP. Solar burst. While airborne, shoot a beam of light toward the ground. Using the light version of this attack stocks a Sun Crest. This is basically like her laser beam in the air. Solar Burst is an effective way of driving away foes after a neutral jump. Like Sunflare, it utilizes Sun Crests. Don't forget you can cancel into it from Halo Flight, which I believe is the DP? I'm getting a little mixed up here. Oh, that one. The Towards Heavy. Yeah, so you can jump and build stocks or jump and burn the laser beam. And that's going to be a low crush that confirms into a knockdown, and maybe also into bigger combos if you have the more Sun Crest stored. So imagine Ed's Towards Heavy Punch, but you didn't need a counter hit to get a combo. Overdrive. The Overdrive version uses Sun Crest stocks to further increase the window for a follow-up attack. So this is the regular version without Sun Crests. Pretty good. Knockdown. Okay, we got 1 stock. Yeah, you can definitely get a DP follow-up there. Think of the Overdrive version as essentially 1 stock rank above the normal version. If you can grasp this concept, the rest should come naturally, no? Yeah, Overdrive is better than non-Overdrive. There's the heavy DP. Okay, 2 stocks. What do you get? Ground bounce with the 2 stocks. Oh, I think the other one was medium DP. That's the heavy. The medium DP, it does do that knockdown, but it doesn't let you get a follow-up. So this is the Overdrive 1 stock, medium DP. Now Overdrive Solar Burst with 2 stocks causes the ground bounce, which gives you enough time to go to the heavy DP, which you can go into the air and combo follow-up from. And they ended it in another Solar Burst. Sunrise, that's the DP, I believe. Unleash a spinning attack useful in combos or as an anti-air. This is a versatile attack with many applications. A light kick, for example, is effective against airborne opponents, right? Her anti-air. Looks pretty good. How fast is this? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Might be on the slower side. The medium version is useful for stringing combos together, and you can cancel into it from light attacks. So this is going to be like your basic combo finisher. Crouching. Okay, she gets crouching light kick into 2 jabs into medium DP for knockdown. That's pretty good. The heavy version requires some finesse to pull off, but if it connects, you can follow up with moves like Solar Burst. I'll teach you more about that in the combo trial sometimes. Yeah, so the heavy has a ton of startup, so you only get into it with specific combo conversions. Jump medium, it looked like, to establish a juggle into a DP. Here's the kicker. Even if your opponent blocks his attack, you won't be left open for a counterattack. Yeah, the OD version is safe. It's not invincible or anything. But I wonder what its utility will be. Like, you just do light buffers into OD and hope it hits. You can cancel out of the third attack into a super art, making it easy to lead into throws and combos. Oh, level 2? Yeah, okay. So this is going to be sort of like Ed's OD Blitz. It's interesting that they show Ed here. There is a few elements of Ed, I feel like, in Ingrid, along with JP. So maybe with the level 2, you just find a moment to do the OD DP level 2 activation. Let's see what they go for. Target combo into a level up into an overhead. That looks pretty good. Okay, this is it on hit. Target combo into the Solar Burst, I believe. But they're already giving you game here, right? Like, on block. Just do this on block. Level 2 activation. Target combo, get a level, go for a high-low mix, and there you go. Sun Veil. This is going to be her counter. Counter an opponent's attack and send them flying, but it can also be used to absorb projectiles. Monoid doing the dirty work. Oh, no thank you. Get him out of here. I like it. I like it. This move nullifies an opponent's attack and counters with a burst of light that can absorb your opponents and drop them from the sky. Save this for easy-to-read heavy hits. This move is effective against projectiles, but it won't stop ones from super arts or those that hit multiple times. On the plus side, it won't deplete the drive gauge. Okay, so I guess this is like you get a perfect parry. You avoid drive gauge chip. Yeah, but it loses to OD. Having trouble grasping how to best time this move? Well, if used as an overdrive attack, the window of effect begins much earlier. Okay, they didn't say a little bit earlier. They said much earlier. For reference, regular amnesia, I believe, is on frame 4, and OD amnesia is just instant. It's either on frame 3 or 4. I don't know if you consider that much faster, but basically regular amnesia is already pretty fast with its startup. OD amnesia, regular amnesia is frame 3, and OD amnesia is frame 1. That 2-frame difference does feel, in practice, it is a world of difference. It's much earlier, but I wonder what they're trying to imply with this. But wait, there's more. You can use it to absorb projectiles that hit multiple times and hold the follow-up attack to counter throws. Wait, what? They did not. In the blog post after the gameplay trailer reveal, they said that the Sun Veil can counter strikes and projectiles, but cannot counter throws. What does... I'm speculating here before we get the actual example. What do you mean this can counter throws? What do you mean? Because it says you have to hold the follow-up attack to counter throws. Let's see what they mean. What? It just counters the throw. It just beat throw. This is Amnesia 2.0. What are they even trying to imply here? You can use it to absorb projectiles that hit multiple times and hold the follow-up attack to counter throws. Does that mean they're not showing this on whiff? I wonder if that means you can hold the counter to last for a certain duration. I don't understand what they're trying to say here. Does that mean you can, like, the counter will stay active while you hold the button? this is very weird that they said, and hold the follow-up attack to counter throws, because it looks like it's just happening instantly. They're just instantly countering the grab. It does not normally counter grabs, no. But this is basically saying this is Amnesia 2.0. No, they mean hold on to it so you can use it to counter a throw. What does that mean? You're saying the same thing. Something about this is off. They didn't show a follow-up attack. Unless they need to show this on whiff or shows. This implies to me that there's some kind of way to hold the move to keep it active, but this reads like a mistranslation. All I can assume from the footage here that they're showing is that OD Sunveil is OD Amnesia. I'm bad at Japanese, but the JP video I think basically says don't use it on super art, but it does counter even throws, so it might just be an odd translation. That wouldn't be an odd translation. This would just be an incorrect translation. This is saying something completely different. So she has OD Amnesia. If that's the Japanese translation combined with the footage here, she literally just has OD Amnesia. That also beats physical attacks, projectiles, and grabs. But they said in the game that they downplayed this so much. Yeah, no combo follow-up, but she's got a real fucking counter, man. It counters everything. Vanishing Sun. Used to instantaneously warp to set distances. The medium and heavy versions will perform an attack after teleporting. Yeah, so the teleport has follow-up attacks. The important thing about the teleport is that you cannot do an empty teleport. You have one of two options out of it. So that limits its flexibility. You can't do things like empty teleport into low or empty teleport into grab, for example, to bait parry. The next move is a triple whammy. Input forward for the heavy version, down for the medium, or back for the light. Ta-da! So forward will go in with the kick. I think that's the down that falls down like that, and the back for the light. So the back light one could be used to bait parries. Input forward to close the gap and pressure your opponent. Even if blocked, you're protected against counter attacks. And I think that's a weird translation again to say that she's plus. I think this is plus on block. Or at least it's safe. Right. Input down to teleport above your opponent and unleash a downward attack. It's not the fastest move, but guarding against it leaves opponents open to further attacks. Okay, so the faster one is, the mid one is safe on block. This one's going to be plus on block, I believe. Yeah, so this one's plus. Inputting backwards puts some distance between you and your opponent. You can attack simultaneously by pairing it with Sunshot or stalking a Sun Crest to power up future moves. Yeah, so this is going to be good for baiting out parries, for example, in your sequencing. Shining Sun. This is the level 1. Who's that? Attack your opponent with a series of rising kicks. Consume a stocked Sun Crest to further boost its properties. This move is invincible on startup, making it a useful way to turn the tables. Power combo, OD Laser Beam, level 1. Nice little B&B for you. And that's not all. If you have Sun Crest stocked, hold down the button after the technique is performed to get a nice power-up. You'll know it worked if a crest shows up after the screen goes dark. So this is the powered-up version. What is the damage difference? These are two different versions, though. So this is one stock version. And this is going to be the 2 stock version. So she has 3 different variations of her level 1. No crest, 1 crest, 2 crest, yeah. And I wonder if the only difference is... I want to see the difference. Is it just damage? They don't show the damage of this version. Okay, basic knockdown on that one. Here's the 1 crest version. I think it sends them a bit further. Seems like slightly more damage. Yeah, it's a bit more damage, but see how much further away you are. I think that's the biggest thing is the more crest you're spending, the further away you are left after for setting up your zoning. So the 2 crest level 1 leaves you full screen away. Which in a lot of matches will probably be what Ingrid wants to do. Order of the Sun. Fire a beacon of light into the sky that rains back down as damaging projectiles. The strength of the move will determine its range of effects, and consuming a stock Sun Crest will further boost its properties. So this is going to be a big part of her kit, I feel like. Talk about a meteor shower. Rays of lights will shower down over a period of time. The light, medium, and heavy inputs change the duration and positioning of this attack. We saw in the trailer that it can go from 3 beams of light coming down to 5, but we didn't see the change in positioning. So that's a basic one. That's 3 beams. It's also going to be 3. So maybe that's a heavy, so it goes further out depending on the strength you press. Oh, that's the heavy. Okay. So you have to aim it. It doesn't home. The light version drops light in front of your opponent while medium aims for their head. The heavy version will rain light behind them. Never mind. I take it back. It does home. It does home, but it homes to in front, behind, or on top of them. Interesting. There must be some utility in that. Why would you not want to put it always directly on top of them, right? The heavy version will rain light behind them. It's useful for stringing together combos, so study up. Yeah, that's probably gonna be some optimization and real nerd shit to figure out the best version of each level 2 to use. There's gonna be complexity there to optimize. Okay, nice combo. I nearly forgot, but the most important part, with Sun Crest stocked, holding down the button will increase the number of these little shooting stars. Right. So this one, she's spending 1 crest. She got 1 extra beam of light. Here, she's going to spend 2 crests, and she's going to get 2 extra beams, 5. So with that variation, there's 9 different level 2 options. 3 different crest levels you can spend in 3 different positions. No, you can't do 4 crests or 4 extra projectiles. The most you can store 4 crests, but the most any of her moves ever uses 2. So it's no crest, 1 or 2. All of her special moves that use it follow that rule. So you can never spend 3 or 4. There's only 2 extra power-up levels to any thing that can use the crests. Summon a sigil at your opponent's position that unleashes the power of the sun, useful as a high damage option in combos. This one's for your eyes only. Pay close attention. This attack manifests a projectile at your opponent's position, and when it connects, magic, pure magic. Wait, what? Did he block the first one? Why'd he block it? This thing seems fast. Look how late she did this. Was that actually a punish? It's slow to execute, but this makes it the perfect follow-up to attacks that launch an opponent into the air. Just don't use it willy-nilly without looking. Got it? Oh, it's slow. Why was it so fast before? It's not that slow. Slow for a reversal, I suppose. But for something that goes full screen through projectiles, it's not slow in my opinion. I mean, the startup is slow for like a reversal level 3, but not for a full screen anti-projectile move. Oh shit, this is the CA? She's just sprinkling cosmic salt onto you. Literally making it rain salt onto you is how she destroys you atomically in her interdimensional hellhole. Akuma's fucking dead. Yeah, if that doesn't do it, I don't know what will. Akuma has come back from the dead too many times. I think that might actually be it. I haven't actually checked out any of these CPU match videos. So we have Ingrid versus Ingrid CPU mirrors. You know, the deal. They always do level 7 for the CPU. The max level for CPU is level 8, but they content embargo that until they actually let you have that IRL. So let's see what level 7 CPU is up to. Okay, nice anti-air. Oh my god, okay. It's It's amnesia, dude. It's OD amnesia. It's like they tried to balance OD amnesia instead of giving all the combo possibilities and the side swaps. It literally is OD amnesia. Why did they say in the blog post that it will not counter throws? They literally made it clear. They're like, hey guys, listen, we know that you're stressed out about Ingrid potentially being another JP situation. Don't worry. It doesn't counter grabs. And then we get this. Let me see the zoning battle, what they're doing here. Yeah, the knockdown situation seems... Okay, you get a knockdown and a level build if you want, which is pretty good, but it's not going to be OD amnesia levels of side swap, full combo, convert to level 3, you know what I mean? So, definitely going to be less threatening than an OD amnesia. But good sequence here. Let's check this out. So they have 3 stocks. They set up the OD fireball. That's going to be the 2-stock laser beam. Allows them to teleport in with the kick to get the knockdown. Then while they get the kick knockdown here, they're going to go ahead and build another Sun Crest level, which gives them 2, which gives them the powerful laser that causes the big knockdown. They go for it right there. And is it the regular or OD version as well? It's the OD version, teleport into the up teleport, I believe that is, which gives them the falling attack into the combo follow-up. And they go into what looks like heavy kick into the level 1. So, cool routing there. Didn't have the stocks to enhance that, and then baited the wake of level 1. The full screen laser is insane. Yeah, it requires the stocks. Ooh, hold on. What are they doing here? Oh, by the way, they start with 1 Sun Crest. I didn't realize that. That's good to know. They use the counter on this just to flex and walk up grab. Oh, shit. Yeah, so DI knockdown, launching target combo into laser. Teleport in. I like that option. This seems pretty good. So get the knockdown laser into the teleport forward, and then set the heavy projectile up so that you have coverage, like an assist me sort of hidden missile situation here, or a little bit like JP Portal but not broken. My honest impression right now is it feels like they looked at JP and they're like, how can we do this again without making them broken? I honestly feel that way because it's OD amnesia, but not with the freeform combo potential. She has the heavy fireball, which is like a disjoint like JP's portal with the spike that comes through it, but without the option to teleport into it. She has a teleport, which it's not tied to the portal or the fireball from above. She has level 2, but it's not going to be having the high-low mix built into it as well. So it feels like a lot of, and her normals are seem significantly weaker at first glance compared to JP's, which are very well-rounded. So it feels like so far they went for balanced JP. That's what it feels like. And she's got an amnesia, but she needs to commit to counter throws. What does that mean? Because I think she just does OD and it counters throws. There was definitely a mistranslation in the English gameplay breakdown. I think it's just OD amnesia, but you don't get a follow-up. Yeah, I saw that it said you had to hold the button. We've already debated that. I don't think that's true because every example I've seen, you just do amnesia and it immediately counters. Unless someone can find a concrete example, I'm going to say that is mistranslation leading to gas leak. Every example I've seen is they do OD amnesia and frame 1, it counters the throw. So I think it's just OD amnesia. That's all it is, just you don't get a combo follow-up. Frame 1 counters throws, projectiles, and strikes. So on the plus side, she can counter single hit projectiles, which is nuts. So there is like unique strength to her ability to counter projectiles with the counter, which means she can't get meatied for free by things like fireball pressure. So there is some unique aspect to her there. It's hard for me to theory craft exactly what that would help with. She seems so far like limited JP. My lasers first. Teleport in. Set up the OD fireball. There we go. Do something. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. So, 1 stock laser, teleport into the medium follow-up. OD fireball, teleport up above, convert from the situation. Into getting countered. Hold that shit. Yeah, but you see the counter. They landed the amnesia, and they're still in the corner. So it's not like JP situation at all. Pretty good whip punish tool there for a punish counter. That seems good. Teleport in, plus frames, no anti-air DP. So this is what you can do. OD Fireball, teleport in while the OD Fireball activation covers you to allow you to get the plus on block falling teleport move. This is plus. Go for the grab. If they jump your grab, you DP. This seemed like a good sequence, but they didn't glue it together with the anti-air DP. But here's something you can definitely copy. Just OD Fireball, teleport in. Yeah, a lot of the knockdowns seem to set up pretty good Fireball setups. Okay, forward throw in the corner. Is this a throw loop? Is this a throw loop? Does this count? Or is this going to be a Chun-Li type situation where a 3-frame jab, or sorry, a 4-frame jab could have interrupted? When are they active? This seems pretty airtight, I'm not gonna lie. One, like, I don't know Ingrid's wake-up animations like that. This is ambiguous. This could be a manually timed real throw loop. For this to not be a throw loop, the throw has to connect on frame 4 or later, right? But this looks pretty meaty. Like there's one. I think there are 2 frames here where she's active. But I don't know if I don't think while she's T-posing here, she's able to jab, for example. So it might be 1, 2. This hits on frame 3 or 4. This might be a throw loop. This might be a really tight, manually timed throw loop. But this looks like a throw loop. So do you think she'll be top tier? You should not base your impressions on a character before you even get to play them. My impression, honestly, it's probably going to be wrong, but I think no. Any shot you call before the first 2 months of the character is always going to be wrong. I don't think so, to be honest. The more I actually feel like today, seeing the gameplay trailer and seeing her in action made me feel less inclined to think that she's going to be a super strong character. But also, I haven't got to see exactly how her zoning traps interplay yet at all. So, or her level 2 shenanigans. So those seem really strong. But like I said before, she feels all I've seen today is things that indicate that she's going to be a balanced JP. With none of her normals also stand out as being particularly busted either. So the CPU is kind of holding it back. It depends on actually how strong the zoning will be and the drive gauge chip damage, for example. The CPUs were either countering each other's projectiles or immediately doing DI. So I couldn't get a sense of the interplay between the fireball, the drive gauge, and baiting that out. And that's the details that's going to make or break this character, I think. Right, the CPU doesn't whiff the fireball because the CPU only does counter DI randomly. So you didn't even get to see the mind games develop between baiting out parry by whiffing the fireball, for example, because the CPU doesn't have mind. If the fireballs do decent drive gauge chip, for example, and really force people to engage with that mix-up, where they're scared of not parrying the projectiles and you can make it whiff and play with them in that sense, then she can be really, really strong. She can be really strong.